Hey you guys, it's Joby, and today we're going to monkey around with my pedal board a little bit. I want to put this Devi Ever Soda Meiser back on, and I'm also going to put this foot switch I made back on and get rid of the larger one I have now to make room for this. Plus, I picked up some new George L's cable from Dickerson Music in Albion the other day, so I'm going to make some new patch cords, which I haven't done in forever because I ran out of this stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is swap the volume knob on this with this red knob. Or actually, I'm probably going to swap the intensity knob with this red knob so that the volume is a little more just like, hey, I'm the volume knob. Voila! Custom. Okay, so then the next obvious step would be we need to get rid of this orange foot switch, and I am probably getting rid of this patch bay, so we're just going to rip them off. Try to unplug things first. Christ, do you think I put enough Velcro on there, guys? Shit. Patch bay off. I do really like this little patch bay. I built this a couple years ago. I mean, it's really nothing but a pedal enclosure with a bunch of 1/4-inch jacks, but it comes really in handy. Now they make great ones that you can attach directly to your pedal board, but they really didn't have them so much when I built this, which was probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago at this point. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool, but it's just more weight on the pedal board, so I'm taking it off. Nothing else is moving. Everything else is going to probably stay exactly where it is, but I do want to rebuild different patch cords for it all, which is probably also going to be a bear. Shiminy Christmas. Alright, Jesus, that needs to be cleaned. My God. Alright, about 90% less dog hair in that pedal now. And then the tuner can stay where it's at, because that is definitely not going to move. Let's flip this guy over. And I got to take this cable out. These things are really helpful. You can buy them like at Harbor Freight or any kind of like home improvement store. They're just cable ties, cable management. Makes the bottom of your pedal board a lot less messy and gross, you know. So I've been wanting to get this thing off here for a long time. It's a mono price cable, and yeah, that's got to be bound to be a hazard. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can actually see how gross and disgusting this is, but let's at least try to get some of the filth off it. It's been a hot minute. Shouldn't surprise anyone that when you step on something with your dirty ass feet all the time and shoes on that it gets dirty. Maybe that's why so many of you weird fuckers do those barefoot pedal videos on YouTube. That grosses me out, dude. Seriously. Put some goddamn shoes on. Nobody wants to see that shit. Like, I saw a guy, like one of the musical instrument groups on Facebook a couple months ago, and he had like 3 pedals for sale, and he had made little demo videos of all of them, and in every video he had bare feet, and I'm just like, you know, you gotta knock the price down on those, or at least fucking sanitize them before I buy one, because disgusting, dude. Alright, now let's make some cables. Alright you guys, so got our little pile of George L's cables here, and the first thing I need to do is make one to this input here. And it needs to go to my wah, which will be there. Kind of get a roughie here. Probably right about there. Nip that puppy. And I'm going to take a little electronics parts cleaner and just blow off this end, because I haven't used these in a while. They've been sitting in a case, obviously because I haven't had any cable. Basically unscrew the little cap, take our end, put it in there, bend it over just slightly so we can get our cap going again. Crank it down. Sometimes these can be a real bastard to turn, but you do want to make sure you crank them all the way down. And then put our little rubber cap back on. There's one end done. Now what I generally like to do when I'm building pedal board cables is if this end goes this way, then I'm going to make this end go that way, or try to at least, just to make actually attaching the pedals a little easier. There we have it. There's a cable. Now let's wire up our wah. First thing I'm going to do is shove this through the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm coming up through the bottom with this, running it over to that input. And then we're going to pop it up down here. And our power cable for the wah. I like to use the straight ends for wahs because the depth of these crybabies sometimes makes it hard to get the, this is the fun part, get your wah plugged in, get that set back on there. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to get the other two on here. Alright you guys, going handheld for a second, so forgive the shaky. But it looks like this is going to be my best option. I'm putting the fuzz sideways and this down here because I need to be able to get to that jack on the wah. So that looks like that's going to be my best option. I could turn this guy this way and put him here with no problem, that would be fine. But I feel like I'm going to accidentally stomp that guy when I go for my foot switch. So I think right there is a little bit better. So we're gonna go with that. Alright, here we go guys. Moment of truth shit. Let's see if I can actually wire up a pedal board first try. And see if everything works. So I am plugged in to the pedal board and it's going out to the computer where I have an amp emulator. And turn off the tuner. That is the sound of success so far. So wah work. Wah works. Fuzz work. Fuzz works. Does the M13 work? M13 works. Awesome. So this sucker is wired up and ready to rip. This guy here, I know it works. It's just a Carling foot switch and that's really all it is. So that'll be fine. Can't really test it out here because I don't have my amp up here to plug into. But yeah, normally my amp will just plug into there for channel switching. The M13 normally goes into the effects loop on my amp, and the tuner, the fuzz, and the wah go to the front of the amp. I use the 4 cable method when I'm playing live. Alright, well, yeah, at the very least, I guess let's make some noise come out of it, right? I love having a fuzz in front of a wah because it just sounds ridiculous and crazy. And you can just make weird robot noises with it. And let's make it grosser.